Bro, Halloween is around the corner and Team Go Rocket has to just take over. I'm Alex Gum, aka Cheeklate, and welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. The Team Go Rocket Takeover is going to be happening on October 26th through October 31st. And this is the exact same time as part 2 of the Halloween event. So we have covered that in a separate video. There should be a card somewhere, so be sure to check that video out. And also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when another video comes out. Our boy Giovanni is back and he is bringing a new legendary Shadow Pokemon, Shadow Regigigas, which I think is gonna suck. Okay, if Shadow Regigigas doesn't excite you, will it excite you if I tell you that Shadow Lugia is gonna be in Shadow Raids? That's right, from October 28th through October 29th, Shadow Lugia will be in Shadow Raids, and if you're lucky, you can even get a shiny Shadow Lugia. However, these Shadow Raids require you to be at those raids in person. They cannot be done remotely. We get some new Shadow Pokemon! And guys, these Shadows are the best that we have seen so far. You have Shadow Ghastly, Shadow Rhyhorn, Shadow Barboach, Shadow Cranidos, Shadow Shieldon, Shadow Drillbur, and Shadow Litwick. When you evolve Shadow Ghastly into Shadow Gengar, it will be the number 2 ghost type attacker in the game. Shadow Rhyhorn evolving into Shadow Rhyperior, it will be one of the top rock type attackers in the game. And I think it will be coming handy when you are doing some raid bosses that are mainly flying types. So like Shadow Lugia, pretty much. Shadow Barboach into Shadow Whiscash, which I feel like would have some great use in the Great League. Shadow Cranidos evolving into Shadow Rampardos will be currently the number 1 rock type attacker. Shadow Shieldon into Shadow Bastiodon, just like with Shadow Whiscash, I think that's gonna have some good play in the Great League. Shadow Drillbur into Shadow Excadrill will be one of the top ground type attackers. And finally you have Shadow Litwick that evolves into Shadow Chandelure. Chandelure itself is already a strong ghost and fire type attacker, so the fact that you have Shadow Chandelure, that's going to be one of the top fire type attackers and one of the top ghost types. In Shadow Raids, 1-star raids, we also have Ghastly, Grimer, Mischievous, and Litwick in their Shadow forms, and it looks like Shadow Grimer's the only one that has the shiny potential. In the 3-star Shadow Raids, you have Shadow Nidorino, and Shadow Golbat. I would just ignore those 100%. Bonuses during the Team Go Rocket Takeover. Team Go Rocket grunts will be appearing more frequently at Pokestops and Balloons. You can use a charged TM to help a Shadow Pokemon forget the charge attack frustration. Then we got some 12-kilometer eggs, and it kind of seems like they reduced a lot of the spawns of the 12-kilometer eggs. But we have Larvitar, Sandile, Pawniard, Volipede, Dino, Pancham, and Salandit. I get that they got rid of Scraggy, but now that it has a shiny, they shouldn't have done that. But I love how Pawniard and Pancham and Salandit are in here, because those are some shinies, and Salandit can only evolve if it's a female, and that is super rare. Now, normally when it comes to Team Go Rocket Takeovers, I usually am not that excited, but considering what Shadow Pokemon are coming to the game, and that it's at the exact same time as an epic part 2 of the Halloween event, like, we have to go out and play. Like, there's no question about it. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the Team Go Rocket Takeover during the Halloween event part 2? I want to hear your thoughts. Anyway, that's all the time that we have. We will see you next time. Peace out.